self-sovereign, virtual territories. Privacy preserving, politically neutral. Borderless, public institution, voluntary consent, resilient parallel societies, maximize the cost of surveillance, minimize the cost of exit. Trust, minimize corruption, resistant, undeserved citizens. Decentralize, decentralize.
And it's just right. it's out for deception and still playing cool like a piece of the puzzle was so quick to salute it now. Much too more to look for, much too far to look for. We didn't see it, we never needed it. If that's enough, it's the way we look, and no one's asking why. Oh, it's about right time, but we don't have time. Give me your time and know what your heart will say. Yeah, we're really living through it, just get to do it. Come on, I said, we don't see it, but we never mean it. It's not enough, that's the way it works, and no one's asking why. Oh, it's around that time, and we never have the time. Give it all down and know what your heart will say. Yeah, we're really living through it, just get to do it. Oh, we're so sick of surviving, so sick of surviving, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural Logos Weekly Update stream. I am Chair. I am here to prop you up. If you are unfamiliar, Logos is building a local-first native execution environment that removes browsers and intermediaries so you actually own your digital experience. Logos has many facets, many protocols, many things happening within it all of the time. There are many items for me to get to. Today, it's almost impossible to cover it all in our allotted amount of time. But I will do my best, and I will bring this stream to you on a weekly basis as the updates for each protocol, project, product, core package, library, etc. comes through. A lot to get to today. There are some naming updates that you might already be familiar with across Logos. If not, I will fill you in. Parallel Societies is approaching quickly. It is March 6th through 7th and 7th in Lisbon, Portugal. You can right now go to PS, that is Parallel Societies.logos.co, and register for tickets immediately. Day one is an unconference event. There are many cool partners, exciting partners already on board, some of them including Tor, MoneroCon, among others. We are very eager. I am very eager and anticipating a wonderful event in Lisbon. I will be there. I will see you there March 6th and 7th. If you haven't registered for tickets, do so now and reach out if you are a project that would like to take part in the event. Logos, as I mentioned earlier, has many protocols within it. some of them including the Logos core, stack, anon-comms, messaging, blockchain, storage, and IFT technical services, nay VAC. I will get to updates for each of those respectively today, and even within that, I won't be able to cover everything. I will do my best. I am solo today, but in the future, there will be other Logos core contributors and community members joining me on this stream. If you would like to be one of those guests, please let me know. I do see the chat. Thank you for submitting your enthusiasm. If you have any questions about anything at any time, please use the chat. I can see it. Now, as this is live, and you're going to find out that it's live very quickly as I attempt to navigate the screens fluidly. But the first update comes to you from the Logos Technical Service, or I'm sorry, pardon me, IFT, that is the Institute of Free Technology Technical Services team, which should now be known as the IFT Technical Services team and not previously VAC. This is the research and development arm of the IFT, the best and the brightest, I like to call them, and influence probably every part of the Logos stack. The highlights, and you can visit all of these updates at the links that you can find in the description of this video. If you're watching on YouTube or X, I can see the chat. If you're on YouTube, check out the description. Otherwise, I will post all of the links that I am referencing. It will be packaged nicely. This is the research and development latest update. I'll touch on the highlights. As you can see, there is a plethora of information each week to go through. And if you are any sort of developer, really, there should be something interesting for you, either within the technical services update or the others that I'll get to. The top highlights: technical services, advanced DST, that is distributed systems testing, I believe. VAC Lab 2.0 lab deployment with new infra components and updated documentation. Shipped multiple Nimble 1.0.0 fixes and continued core library improvements. Delivered the Status Network Hub, which you should go to immediately at status.network, by the way. Delivered the Status Network Hub. Updates for total value locked access. Karma UI. Love to hear that. And vault ordering. And I think that's a perfect example of just how far and wide reaching the technical services team is. And as I mentioned, status.network is where you should visit right after you visit ps.logos.co and register for your Parallel Society tickets. All right, getting through here. If we don't move quickly, we won't move at all. Here, folks, next up is the Logos messaging team, nay Waku. Oh, and by the way, I was supposed to get to this. I was supposed to get to this earlier. I'll get to it now. If you are not already aware, there has been a consolidation of sorts amongst the Logos core protocols. Each of them used to be known by Nomos, Codex, and Waku, respectively. And those were the blockchain, storage, and messaging protocols. Those are now and will be going forward known as Logos blockchain, Logos storage, and Logos messaging. under one name, Logos. Logos, the core technology stack. Logos, the network. Logos, the community. For the aforementioned Logos messaging team, the highlights are for Logos messaging NIM, Ne and Waku. They implemented the context-aware event brokers, automatic certificate renewal in Logos messaging NIM Compose, which is a Docker Compose repo, and better understanding of Anvil gas price calculation, I assume for RLN, there. If you are interested in Logos messaging, the chat SDK, perhaps visit roadmap.logos.co in the messaging protocol section. We do have further updates for chat SDK MVP, API access to peer-to-peer reliability for desktop, and so on. And you can find all of the milestones for the messaging team in the milestone section of that site, as you can for each of the protocols. All right, moving to blockchain now. We have a few things to get to blockchain. Of course, I just mentioned that Logos blockchain is the new name for Nomos, as it's laid out for you there at the banner. At the top of the site, the link to this blog will be in the description. This is the 2025 year in review for Nomos. Now Logos blockchain. That's a better view. Just to go through a few of the highlights from this post. August 25 marked the completion of the full Logos blockchain spec set after 18 months of research and protocol design. These documents will serve as the definitive reference for third-party audits and implementations. A major milestone indeed. Sovereign zones were validated. Functioning prototypes, including ZK EVM rollup with light client verification, were demonstrated in Croatia this past 2025 in April, and transforming sovereign zones from theory to a tangible reality. The execution environment has been built. The Logos State Separation Architecture, LSSA, now supports smart contracts and dual account models with public and private transfers. It will serve as the primary home for Logos applications. I hope you're taking notes. Bonjour. Bonjour, mes amis in Quebec. The privacy infrastructure for the Logos blockchain has advanced. The Blend network privacy layer reached a final design spec with cryptographic validation and session tracking now integrated. Rather than listen to me bloviate about these things, read them yourself. blog.nomos.tech. But really, the place to go, as you see below, is logos.co. And I didn't write that. That was completely organic and natural. Someone write that down, though. Are we recording this? All right, that is the Logos blockchain update. Next up, we have the Logos core update, of course. Just a few items to share here. Again, this is roadmap.logos.co. The Linux build app image has been shipped for the Logos app. Documentation for liblogos and an SDK and a module have been shipped. New repo with most of the known modules plus CI to build and create an index for use in a POC package manager for Logos modules, an updated package manager and package manager UI to fetch packages from online index. These are the Logos core updates. Again, you can see all of these updates at roadmap.logos.co. Just want to take one moment here, folks, to probably remind most of you, but maybe inform some of you that Status Network pre-deposit vaults are live right now. Status.network. Status built on the Linea ZK EVM stack is the first, world's first gasless EVM. Karma counts. Build your karma by pre-depositing at status.network right now. Back to it now, we go to, as I bombard your senses with the Parallel Society, the beautiful Parallel Society site. Actually, we want one more item of business keycard.tech. Keycard.tech is where you can secure your keycard and keycard shell, the bona fide, most open source, most secure hardware wallet available today. The only 100% completely air-gapped hardware wallet that you can procure that is 100% open sourced. The specs, the firmware, even the case itself, 100% open source and available for you to audit, create yourself, verify for yourself. I know the first batch of key cards has been shipped very recently, and there are some very excited posts hitting the timeline. And I will soon be one of those. Keycard.tech, get your keycard shell. Live in air-gapped and secure existence. And I'll say it one more time, folks. Parallel Societies, Lisbon, March 6th and 7th in Iberia. ps.logos.co is where you should go right now to register and buy tickets. You know, interestingly enough, I thought it would take a lot longer, probably because I rushed. But those are the highlights and the updates that I wanted to get to most. I will leave you with one final piece of information, also something you should know, but if you don't, logos.co has seen a makeover, has had a makeover. You can sign up for the newsletter, early register for the node program, dig into all of the documentation. And a note on the documentation, folks, as I have gone through updates for the messaging, blockchain, IFT technical services, teams. There is one, folks. There you go. I know I knew I missed one. As I have gone through all of these updates, all of them are available at roadmap.logos.co, but also there are individual repositories, if not GitHub organizations, if not sets of docs that exist for all of these projects. And in this great consolidation, I call it, all of these things are actively being put into more digestible and more easily followable places and sites. If you are interested in any of the things I have mentioned, your primary place to go is logos.co. And from there, you can fan out into the many river deltas like the Mississippi emptying into the Gulf. All right, the Anon-Coms update is the one that I still had to get to, and here we are. There, folks, give me one moment. So the big highlight for Anon-Coms, they merged the new spec for extensible peer records. You can find all of the Anon-Coms updates in the Anon-Coms section. All of the milestones, weekly updates, roadmap items for each of the Logos protocols can be found at roadmap.logos.co. Earlier this week, we had a Logos Dev Club stream with Kevin Jones, aka Shutterblock.eth. He demoed Spritz.chat, which features Logos messaging. He will be back, not this coming, but the following Monday for a vibe code session. This coming Monday, Logos Dev Club will be a Rust flavored edition. Logos Dev Club Rust Club #1 this Monday, right here where you are watching now. We will see you then. Every Tuesday and Thursday, Logos is live for the community X Spaces, hosted by Sterling. Follow Logos on X to catch those live. They are also streamed and posted to YouTube and increasingly other less centralized places. So those are available for you to consume at any time. Those are Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Tuesday spaces are focused on the Logo Circles, which are the local community initiatives that are running in, I believe, 20 plus cities at this point. You can find out more about the Logo Circles on the Tuesday space, or you can go to circles. You guessed it, logos.co to find out more. The Thursday spaces are community-based spaces. There are usually guests. Sterling is an excellent host. He is very well-read and intelligent and thoughtful and leads an incredible conversation. So I do encourage you to participate or consume them at your convenience. This past Thursday, Paul, founder of Edge Wallet, was the guest. There was 90 minutes of very insightful and inspiring conversation from someone who has been around the block in terms of privacy and crypto and privacy for the past decade or more. So that can also be found on the Logos YouTube, and as other locations for those videos pop up, I will let you know where to go. For now, the YouTube is the best place. That's the Tuesday and Thursday spaces. Wednesday, we have research calls. Fridays, we have this weekly update stream. We will have many, many guests, many core contributors, many community members and implementers and users of Logos coming through. I'm very excited to bring it to you folks. I'm checking the chat and I don't see any pressing questions. Thank you for bearing with me today on this inaugural weekly update stream. I should and will have guests and increasingly interesting content for you as this program develops. Once again, ps.logos.co for Parallel Society, Lisbon, 6th through 7th of March, unconference, rather, and music festival. If there are no questions through the chat, I am keen to wind this down. We'll see you bright and early this Monday for Logos Dev Club, Rust Club, and throughout next week with the aforementioned programming. I am Chair. I'm here to prop you up. Logos.co is where you need to go. I will see you very soon. Thank you. And mahalo.
Self-sovereign, virtual territories. Privacy preserving, politically neutral. Borderless, public institution, voluntary consent, resilient parallel societies, maximize the cost of surveillance, minimize the cost of exit. Trust, minimize corruption, resistant, undeserved citizens. Decentralized.